hi, do you have a Birkin? I went to Paris and I got this bag in Paris. Like every day they have like 6,000-7,000 people applying for this leather appointment. They just happen to apply for an appointment online, and then the next day they already get an appointment. So I'm just like, okay, you are either very lucky or you're bullshitting. Hey ladies, in this video I wanted to share with you how I got my Birkin bag. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that recently I went to Paris, and my only goal and only purpose going to Paris was to get a Birkin bag exactly in this color and exactly in this combination, gold hardware, Epsom or Togo leather, and this exact pink color I wanted. Did I get so lucky that I got exactly what I wanted? Let's see. I don't know, but I am assuming that most of the people who are gonna click on this video, you already know about the Hermes game. So I never wanted to play this stupid game that Hermes plays, that you have to build up your purchase history and you have to buy things that you don't even want just to get a bag. And even if you get offered a bag, it's not going to be the same bag that you really want. So maybe you have an idea of what exactly you want, and one day they call you that, you know, your purchase history already reached a certain point. They're not going to tell you that, but that is the reason why they are calling you and they're offering you a bag. And then you get to the boutique and they're like offering you something that you don't even want, right? So I never wanted to play this game because I'm very particular about what I want, and I know that even if I get offered something that I don't like, you know, I can still resell it, whatever. But this is not the game I wanted to play. So I knew that if I ever wanted to get a Birkin bag, which is obviously a big achievement in terms of fashion, so we're not talking about life achievements, we're not talking about friends, family, or being a good person or anything like that. We are just talking about a fashion statement. We can also say it in terms of an investment in a bag. So this was a goal of mine, and this was a goal that I put on my vision board this year in the exact combination that I got. Only the size is a little bit different. I wanted the 30 and I got the 35. If you go to Paris, then you have a better chance of getting a bag because, you know, you can apply for this appointment, and if you get a leather appointment, then most likely you're gonna end up getting a bag, a Birkin or a Kelly, but still you don't have a choice. Like, they're just gonna offer you whatever they want to offer you. So one afternoon I went to one of the Hermes boutiques. There was no queue, I just walked in. There was actually two doors. So I walked in from the door, which is, I am assuming that must have been the exit, because there was nobody there. And later I saw that there was a lot of people on the other side, so it could be a helpful tip for you if you go there, that there is two doors at one of the stores. I don't remember which one. And yeah, I just walked in. Someone walked up to me as soon as I arrived to the boutique if they can help me, and I asked for a belt because I didn't want to be like, hi, do you have a Birkin, because that's like ridiculous, don't do that. She said, oh, we don't have this particular color, but we have something else. I was like trying to like look at other items before I even mentioned a bag, right? She was asking, do I have a leather appointment? And I said no, but I've been trying so many times. And she's like, oh, that's weird, like give me your passport number and she will check it in the system. And she saw that I did apply at least 50 times, I'm not kidding, and I never got an appointment. So she was like, oh, that's very unfortunate, but it happens because every day they have like 6,000-7,000 people applying for these leather appointments. So I didn't get lucky. Basically, she said that it's like a lottery, you get lucky or not. So at that point, I was really disappointed. She told me that, you know what, if you come back in the morning, then you have a better chance of getting an appointment, because in the morning, maybe they have some cancellations, and then if you come in the morning and you are the first person, then you might get an appointment, right? So I had this in my mind, okay, but I was like, you know what, I'm not going there in the morning, I'm not gonna queue up, I'm not gonna be on the street waiting, begging for a bag. Like, that's just not who I am as a person. Next morning I went out to this restaurant, which is like a very famous restaurant, and I seen pictures and I seen people actually queuing up to eat in this restaurant, but it was very early morning, like something like 8:50 when I got there, and they were still not open. So I was just walking around because I am that type of person who likes to wake up and go for a walk. I had a nice breakfast, everything was fine, and then I was like, you know what, I said to myself, I'm not gonna queue up at Hermes trying to get a bag, but if I'm already here and it's morning and I got nothing else to do because I had some activities later in the afternoon, why not go there? And it was exactly 10 a.m. when I had this thought. So I was like, you know what, the store opens at 10 a.m. so I just want to go there and see. I was actually curious to see how many people are gonna be there. And for my biggest surprise, there was nobody, like absolutely nobody. I even took a picture. Unbelievable. How come there is absolutely nobody and I'm the first person? Like, I cannot believe that I was the only person today with this idea, right? And then I checked the opening time. So at this time is like 10:15 and the opening time is like 10:30. So now I realized that the reason there is nobody because the store didn't open yet. So I was the first person and there was like 15 to 20 minutes waiting time before the store actually opened. But I'm either gonna stand here and wait for the boutique to open, or I'm just gonna walk around and the time will pass anyway. So I was just standing there doing the work on my phone, just very casually, you know, and people started to show up behind me. Like 10:30, when the store was supposed to open, it was full of people. Like at least 10 people was queuing behind me. Like, oh my god, this is unbelievable, I was the first person, like how lucky I am, this is gonna happen today. But still I had something in the back of my mind that this is too easy, this is just not gonna happen. I got into the store, I was the first person, and they asking me, you know, how can we help you? And they have a sales associate assigned to me, and then I'm talking to this guy, I'm asking him for some shoes. I ended up getting these sneakers. Actually, I was not in the market for sneakers, but after being in Paris for the second day, I realized that I do need sneakers in Paris. Because in Paris, you just walk everywhere. I took some Uber here and there when it was like a long distance, but I love walking. So after living in Dubai for 8 years, really the reason I go to Europe is just to walk. I love walking. After I got the sneakers, casually I asked him about the bag. A leather appointment. I didn't tell him like, hey, how can I get a Birkin? I just asked him about a leather appointment. And at that point, he mentioned, you know, it's like really hard to get the appointment and all that.
By the way, I didn't wear these shoes. That's why I'm like touching it like this, because it's still brand new.
He's like at this point telling me it's like very difficult to get an appointment and all that. I told him like all summer I was trying to get an appointment, didn't get it. And this is not a lie, by the way. Actually, all summer I was trying to get an appointment because I was about 6 weeks in the beginning of the summer in Europe, and at the end of summer I was there for another 4 weeks. So all summer I was in Europe basically. I came back to Dubai for like a few weeks, but I was there in Europe a lot. Not exactly in Paris, but you know, in Europe you can just get a flight and be in Paris in less than 2 hours, basically from anywhere in Europe. So that was my plan. I applied every day for the appointment, and if I got an appointment for the next day, I would just fly to Paris, but I did not get any appointments. So I told him, and he was also really surprised, like this other lady. He told me that he's like very new, he's like an intern, and he's gonna leave Hermes at the end of the week because his internship is over, you know? And I'm like, that's great. So the first person I am actually buying something from, and I actually built like a nice rapport with him, he's leaving. So at that point I completely give up on getting any bag at all, and I was really disappointed. Anyways, I got the shoes, but I didn't give up. I just checked online for this retailer in Dubai. I don't want to advertise them because they didn't do shit for me, so I'm not gonna tell you their name, but there is a few online luxury retailers in Dubai that specialize in pre-owned items. So one of these companies, who also have, by the way, a physical store, I just check their website every now and then, and I checked their site that day and I saw, so yes, you guessed it, I saw this bag on the app, and it was unbelievable because exactly what I wanted. I've been stalking this website for the longest time because I wanted to get a bag. I've never seen this exact combination, or even if I seen it, it was very overpriced. For example, this bag was 49,000 dirhams, and if I bought this bag from the boutique here in Dubai, it would have been like 40, 45 or something, maybe 45, I'm not sure exactly, but definitely more than 40. Normally these resale websites are selling same bags, or maybe a size smaller, this is 35, for 80, 90, 100,000, and this is in brand new condition. So the stickers are on it. There is not a single mark. There is nothing, like you cannot tell that anyone has ever used this bag. So in this condition, this bag in this color with the gold hardware, it's impossible to get it. It was only 49,000 and I was like, you know, this bag was made for me because exactly what I wanted, and it's not disgustingly overpriced. And I knew the reason. It's not because there is something wrong with the bag. The only reason this bag was lower than the market value for other bags is because it's bigger. Like on me, this bag looks completely fine. I mean, it's not huge. It's completely fine. It's a perfect size for me. So I am really happy with the size, and this is the only reason this was not 80 or 100,000, because it's bigger than the size that is popular now. At this point, I was still in Europe. I was still in Paris when I saw this bag, and after Paris we went to Switzerland. So in Switzerland again we went to the Hermes store there. He was like, we don't have any bags now, but you can make a wish, and I made a wish, and I made a wish for exactly this bag, just in a smaller size. He was like, you know, Mia, you're probably not gonna get this bag anytime soon, but maybe in a year. And I was like, I can wait a year for that. We came back to Dubai and I was still thinking about this bag, the one I saw, the one I actually ended up buying. It took like more than 2 weeks for it to arrive because it was sent from Europe, and I actually went to the store to pick up the bag because I wanted to make sure that everything is okay with it and this is exactly what I want, because I mean, it's a lot of money for something that you are not even sure about. You're buying from second hand, you have these doubts that what if it's a fake. So I'm gonna double check. They already sent me the authentication, but I have someone who can check it for me just to make sure. So, you know, just a peace of mind. And probably I'm gonna do like a third check as well, because I really want to make sure that the bag is original and all. But if I post this video, then it ended up being original, of course. But if it was not original, then the store would refund the whole amount, so it will be fine. But I mean, I look at it and I can tell that it's original. It's in pristine condition. The stickers are still on it everywhere, and really it's like brand new. I mean, even this. So I already got this organizer that I'm gonna put inside. If I ever get tired of this bag, I can still sell it for probably more than I paid for. This associate who saw this bag from me mentioned that, you know, the bags that are bought in Dubai, they are more on the resale market because of course people are paying more for it in the boutique. So when someone purchases the bag in Europe, they are obviously paying in euros. So let's say they're paying like something like 8,000–9,000 euros, and then for them to resell it for 12,000 euros, of course they're already making a profit. But for me, being in Dubai and paying it in dirham, it was a good deal for 49, when the other bags are like 70, 65, 70. And another reason I think it was better for me to buy at this time from a reseller, because I got exactly what I wanted. Even if I got a bag in Paris, maybe it was not gonna be like something I really wanted, then I would be disappointed. I wanted to mention, because I know that a lot of you ladies are going to Paris or planning to go to Paris and trying to get a leather appointment, and like I've seen these videos and now I am really questioning if it's really true. You know why? Because I was trying to get an appointment for the whole summer and I never get an appointment, and then someone goes there from the US and they, you know, they don't want to apply for an appointment from the US because they know that they're not going to be able to make it next day to Paris. But it's like unbelievable for me that someone goes there from the US or from Japan or whatever, and when they are in Paris, the next day they get an appointment. Like, this is like really, like, I'm starting to question everything. Like, it's unbelievable for me. There is a chance, and it's like a lottery, as they said, but I also could have come off like, I went to Paris and I got this bag in Paris. Like, so I don't need to tell you the whole story, the truth about the reseller, because you know what? You see me in Paris, you see that this is a brand new bag, basically. I could be lying about this, right? So now I am really like questioning these people who they just happen to apply for an appointment online and then the next day they already get an appointment. So I'm just like, okay, you are either very lucky or you're bullshitting. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you want to share your journey with Hermes, and I will see you in the next video, which I don't know where it's gonna be because obviously I'm not very keen on making a lot of YouTube videos, but maybe I will in the future. Let me know if there is anything that you want to see. See you in the next video. Bye!